Joining me now here, two of our analysts, Carmen Rowe, a Democrat, and of course, Angela Box, you all know her. I think she's a Republican, a conservative. I think she's been gloating a little bit this evening. The numbers are not all in right now, but Angela, you were saying, hey, you kind of called this, it's not a surprise to you. Talk to us about that.
I'm beyond overjoyed. I think this is the pushback the world was waiting for, especially after Brexit. And no, it's not over yet, so I can't be too gloating yet, but you know, the Canadian immigration website is crashed right now. So I say to Hollywood and everyone that hates Donald Trump, bye. Bye-bye. This is a repudiation of open borders, of unfettered Islamic immigration into this country, of trade deals that benefit the elites, of high taxes, of companies leaving America, of Americans feeling like strangers in their own country. That's what Brexit was about. That's what this vote is about, and I predict Trump will pull it out. But this should be a lesson to every single elected Republican from state, local, and national. When you are strong, when you tell the people the truth and you don't pander to them based on gender, ethnicity, skin color, sexual orientation, when you tell the truth and you talk about actual issues, which is what Donald Trump did, you will win. Hillary Clinton, all she did was say, Trump says mean things about girls, and Trump says mean things about Mexicans, and Trump wants to build a wall. Which is true about the wall, but he didn't say mean things about women, and he didn't say mean things about Mexicans. He's talking about illegal immigration and issues that speak to the majority of Americans. We're tired of this mess. Never forget that Trump was a Democrat the majority of his life. I think he played both sides of the fence to benefit his business interests. I also do think that Democrats for the last, 40 years have expected compromise to a Democrat as a Republican doing what they want, essentially. Now, Trump has come to the table. He's like, no, we're not going to do that. I'm going on the mandate of the American people. I'm here for the American people. I'm not here for the elites. I'm not here for the elites in Hollywood, in the government, in anything. I'm here for the people. And the people in Washington, D.C. better get on the Trump train or you will be left behind. Well, right track, wrong track was 80% said that we were on the wrong track in this country, and that is usually a great arbiter to show who's going to win the presidency. It's not over yet, but if Trump wins, I would say, Hillary, get ready to go to court, sweetheart, because you will be indicted.
At the detestable United Nations last week, Israel, which is a tiny democracy surrounded by Islamist nut jobs and genocidal dictators, got shafted once again by the Obama administration. Keep in mind, this is the same administration who sent operatives over with taxpayer money to try to see Netanyahu defeated. He decided that he was going to abstain from a vote or give a veto so that Israel would not be sanctioned for building settlements. This has nothing to do with settlements in Israel. Israel could give them they gave them all the Gaza Strip, they gave them all the West Bank. It doesn't matter. What these people want to see is Israel destroyed, and Barack Obama, who is buddies with Rashid Khalidi, Mr. PLO himself, hastened that. So let's focus on the situation at hand, Cornell. You like to do this. You'd like to go to your
I'm giving you a history lesson.
No, you need to have a history lesson. Israel is surrounded by nut jobs who all they want to see is Israel destroyed off the face of the earth. Why? Because they're Jews, and that is the bottom line. Barack Obama, for 8 years, has stuck it to the Jewish people, and he just couldn't wait to stick it to them one last time. Well, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a new sheriff in town very soon, and as Donald Trump tweeted, United Nations, things are going to be changing. Cornell, they have given up everything, basically, to the Palestinians.
How can you give up what you stole?
Oh, good
You can't give up what you stole.
And this is the problem, Yasser Arafat was given basically everything, and he said no, because they want the Jewish people destroyed.
If I steal your home, I can give you back a bedroom and say that you ought to be happy with that.
It is debatable to say whether that ever was stolen or not.
It absolutely was stolen from
them. The bottom line is, Barack Obama got his last sticks into Israel. President Trump is going to change that.
If you don't want conflict, don't go stealing innocent people's land and territory.
And joining us now to talk about it in the Outside the Box segment, we have with us Angela Box as usual. Also, we have Carmen Rowe, our Fox 26 legal analyst, and Isiah Factor legal analyst. How do we make sense of this, Carmen, looking at this? You've dealt with criminal cases as an attorney in Harris County. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No. I mean, the biggest thing, the most shocking thing about this is that every bit of it's videotaped, and it's awful to watch. But importantly, at least 4 felonies have been committed in this offense. violence. And the fact that it is a hate crime is going to make that even more severe when it comes to punishment. And it's not going to be hard to put these people behind bars because of the video.
Who is very concerned about this.
I have a different take. 4 white Klansmen kidnapped and tortured a mentally disabled 18-year-old Obama supporter and made the Obama supporter say, F Obama and F black people. What do you think this media, who has essentially whitewashed it for the first couple of days, they whitewashed it, they said, oh, it was bad home training. What do you think they would do? Until yesterday, the President of the United States, who has made it his mission to come out and run his mouth on racial issues before all the facts are out, he could not be bothered because I guess he was busy building a wall in front of his Washington, D.C. rental or pardoning drug dealers. But until yesterday, Barack Obama said not one word. His Attorney General has been silent. And Isiah, I really do believe that this is a culture that this divisive president and people like Hillary Clinton and liberals in general and the liberal media who support and love them have embraced. Barack Obama invited Black Lives Matter, which you know I am not a fan of this group. I think they're a racial terrorist group. They invited him to the White House many times. And although Black Lives Matter doesn't claim these thugs, their anti-white and their anti-police rhetoric has lit the flame. Barack Obama, keep in mind, he said that we still have systemic racism in this country. He said, oh, I don't think I could be elected in the South. Hillary Clinton during the campaign called half the country racist and deplorable.
30 seconds.
The media has routinely called Trump supporters the worst kinds of names. He's called Donald Trump the worst kinds of names. And this stuff is going to continue. And my point is this, it's the rhetoric, stupid. James Carville liked to say it was the economy, stupid. It's the rhetoric, stupid. This is a trickle-down effect. And these things are going to keep happening. And unfortunately, innocent people are going to reap what this rhetoric has sown. It's got to stop. And new sheriffs in town. And I just have to say one more thing. The liberal media and the liberals will not have any introspection about this. But America sees, America gets it. And this is why Trump won.
And welcome back to the Isiah Factor Uncensored. Time to get outside the box with Angela Box. I was just teasing you about your 1998 camera,
yes,
which is no longer in circulation. What is that? Like a Polaroid, a Kodak?
It is a Canon, and it's fabulous, and you're just jealous.
Okay, take over.
But everyone's going to be real jealous about what this beatdown I'm getting ready to give Meryl Streep. So, one more week of the failed Obama presidency. Just 1 week. But I cannot let the Golden Globes nonsense go. Meryl Streep, who... You know, it's just so oppressive being a liberal in Hollywood. It's so hard being surrounded by high school dropouts and art school blowhards who spew the same left-wing talking points 24 hours a day, and I should know because I used to live there. Meryl Streep, who was sipping, Meryl Streep, who was sipping her champagne, eating her foie gras, and basically saying that 63 million Americans were rude because they liked football and MMA. She wanted to hit Donald Trump real hard, and there was many things that were wrong with her speech, but the biggest one was the much debunked myth that Donald Trump mocked a disabled reporter. Now, Donald Trump is a man who talks with his hands. I talk with my hands, I get it. He's done it before, he's done it since, but Meryl Streep gets up there and runs her mouth about this, he's so horrible about this disabled reporter. Did she say one word about Hillary Clinton? Many witnesses said that Hillary Clinton, when she was First Lady of Arkansas, called a bunch of kids who were mentally disabled effing retards, and many witnesses said that. Nor did Meryl Streep want to talk about the disabled white Trump supporter who was tortured and beaten by a bunch of 4 black liberal Obama thugs in Chicago last week. She didn't want to talk about that.
Thugs is a code word for something else.
I know it's a trigger. It's a trigger for you leftists, I get it, but let's keep going. Then she said that she wanted to equate legal immigrants working in Hollywood with criminal illegal aliens and people whose first act into this country was to break our laws. Then old Meryl, sorry, that's ageism, sorry. Old Meryl wanted to say that Donald Trump is not a good representation for girls and women. Did she say one word about Hillary Clinton smearing the women who have accused her husband of actual assaults and rape. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. And let me tell you what else is not a good role model for girls and women, Meryl. A woman who installs a private email server in her basement to thwart national security is not a good example for girls and women, nor is a woman who decided to shake down foreign governments for a pay-to-play scandal, nor is a woman with her boss who lied about a Muslim terror attack when 4 brave Americans were killed in Benghazi and instead blamed it on a movie. Meryl Streep, this is why America hates Hollywood. Y'all keep it up. Hollywood, media, bureaucracy. The more you try and take Donald Trump down with your fake crap and your fake news, the more the American people rally around him. To which I say, keep it up, guys.
Welcome back to the Isiah Factor Uncensored. Now it's time to get outside the box with Angela Box. Angela, what do you have for us? Are you ready to take over?
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling.
What is she talking about?
Everything's going my way.
Pray tell.
Oh, this was a glorious day. The beautiful Trump inauguration after 8 years of a president who did nothing but divide us on race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, yada, yada, yada. But I will say Obama was very classy today, as was Bill and Hillary Clinton. See, I said something nice about Hillary Clinton.
You redeemed yourself from last week.
Well, the one person who was not so nice today was snarly face Michelle. She was like that, all day long, which you know, the gravy train is ending, so it's a tough gig. But you know, Donald Trump took the oath of the presidency, surrounded by his family and buttressed by the words of the Bible and God and our Creator Jesus Christ, and it was such a refreshing change from the 8 years of denying God in general. It's a beautiful thing to see America blessing God again. But of course, the liberals' heads have been exploding all day long. The press wants to call Trump's speech, I don't know, Hitlerian, which meaning from the mouth of Adolf Hitler. Chuck Todd said it was the most divisive speech he'd ever seen. This is what I want to say to the media. You are why Trump won. You are why Trump won. And of course, you know what I think it is, Isiah, and I don't consider you part of the liberal media. I consider you a friend. But I think that the media doesn't understand what it's like to have a president of the United States to actually refer to the American people as opposed to me, myself, and I 85 times in a speech like Obama did for 8 years. And meanwhile, over in Snowflake Land where the only 200 people got arrested for criminal activity, looting, rioting, breaking windows, busting up cars, which is what the leftists want to do.
10 seconds.
They have continued the tantrum. Listen, brats. Like I said 2 months ago, Daddy's back from his business trip, and you're all grounded. He's my president, and guess what? He's your president, too. Well, another week, another leftist freak out. This time, of course, courtesy of the President Trump's travel ban on the 7 majority Muslim countries. You know, the left, ever since Trump has been elected, they've been freaking out. Last week was the Women's March. This week it was about the travel ban. But what these hypocrites don't seem to understand is that the 7 majority Muslim countries that were put on this list were gathered from President Obama in 2015. Nor do they seem to comprehend that in 2011, President Obama stopped Iraqi refugees from coming into the country. Nor do they seem to comprehend that in 1979, President Carter, during the Iran hostage crisis, made sure Iranians could not come into America. Let me ask you a question. When Chuck Schumer was crying for his blankie the other day, old Senator Chucky, crying for his blankie, did any of these leftists shed one tear for the victims of Muslim terror attacks in San Bernardino, in Fort Hood, in Orlando, in Boston, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? The fact of the matter is there is very few enumerated powers in the United States Constitution. One of them is to keep America safe and to secure its borders and to defend its citizens.
Let's bring Jolanda in on this. Obviously, you don't agree.
Obviously, I don't agree. For the record, this country was founded on immigration. Trump's travel ban is racist. Trump's travel ban literally got rid of 60,000 visas that were already granted. That's what he did. Trump's travel ban probably has people who want to come to the Super Bowl and can't come to the Super Bowl. Trump's travel ban is not protecting America. I don't see him talking about travel bans from Canada, where the guy who killed the Muslims was Canadian. Trump's travel ban identifies Muslims, and everyone is welcome in this country.
This is not a Muslim. First of all, it is not excuse me, hang on. It is not a right to be in America. It is a privilege. And if you are coming into this country, first of all, you must do it legally. Second of all, the President of the United States has the right, and the citizens of this country have the right to feel safe and to know who is coming into this country and who is vetted properly. Now, all President Trump is doing is extreme vetting.
The 60,000 visas that were already granted and rescinded. I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you. And rescinded. They were here legally. There were people who helped us in the war.
Ladies, thank you
and
guys.
They are banned.
That is it for The Factor Uncensored. We want to thank you guys for coming on, and we will see you back here next week and have a happy Super Bowl. Good night.